Hello fellow Cravers, GD here to bring you this week's episode of The Update, keeping you updated with the top 3 gaming news stories, the top 5 games, new releases and the game events coming this week. Also, if you want to skip to a certain section of the video, just click on the labelled section to the right. Now it's time for the top 3 news stories of the week, starting with number 3. Twitch Plays Pokemon, the gaming phenomenon that took the internet by storm earlier this year, has moved to the most recent generation of Pokemon titles this weekend with a playthrough of Pokemon X. The Twitch channel and its viewers have begun playing Pokemon X from Sunday, July the 27th. Once Pokemon X is completed, Twitch Plays Pokemon will return to Pokemon Stadium 2 as the main interstitial game between other specific titles, according to the channel's description. Twitch Plays Pokemon essentially works as a massively multiplayer co-op playthrough of a Pokemon title. Viewers type into the chat and the channel passes certain commands to the game inputs. It only works through an emulator for the Nintendo handheld in question, such as Game Boy or Nintendo DS. That means that until recently it would have been impossible for Pokemon X or Pokemon Y to run on Twitch Plays Pokemon. A stable 3DS emulator has yet to be developed. In early May, an individual who goes by the name Deco Nukem on Reddit announced that after a week of work he has built a special rig to enable external control of a 3DS. Pokemon players may recall Deco Nukem as the same person who modified the 3DS to automatically detect and catch shiny Pokemon in Pokemon X and Y. Dubbed the 3DS streaming console with external control interface, or in short the 3XT-DS, Deco Nukem's device is a modded 3DS that features a capture card and a USB-based interface. With those modifications, the handheld's buttons, circle pad and touchscreen can be controlled by input from a computer, and the unit can stream video and audio to that computer. This opens up a possibility of not only Twitch Plays Pokemon X and Y, but also anything that runs on 3DS, said Deco Nukem, listing games such as Super Mario 3D Land, Fire Emblem Awakening, and of course this year's Pokemon titles Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. In an email to Destructoid, Deco Nukem pointed out that the fact that this device brings Twitch Plays Pokemon to real 3DS hardware instead of an emulated system has some important implications for the play experience. Since the game is running on a real 3DS, wireless connectivity will enable stream players to battle or trade with strangers around the world, and passerby are able to influence the stream by offering O-Power or trading, said Deco Nukem. All in all, I believe that the last Twitch Plays Pokemon is something really special, and online interaction with real players around the world will play a non-neglectable role during the course of Twitch Plays Pokemon X. Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor will now launch 1 week earlier than initially announced, developer Monolith Productions announced this week. The PS3, PS4, Xbox 360 and Xbox One versions will now launch on September the 30th, while the Windows PC and Steam versions will be available later that week on October the 2nd. According to a statement by publisher Warner Bros., the decision to bump up the release date was based on hearing fans' excitement. Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor, originally slated for launch on October the 7th, is set in J.R.R. Tolkien's iconic fantasy world and features a storyline set chronologically between The Hobbit and the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Players follow Talion, a slain ranger who has been resurrected by the mysterious wraith that shares Talion's desire for revenge against the Dark Lord Sauron. And as one game has been bumped up, 2 games have been delayed this week. First of all, Dragon Age Inquisition, the upcoming roleplay game title from BioWare has been delayed and is now set for release on November the 18th in North America and November the 21st in Europe, the studio had announced this week. Publisher Electronic Arts has originally set the release date for October the 7th, so the new date represents a delay of 6 weeks. In an open letter on the game's website, executive producer Mark Dara said, "While this extra few weeks may not seem like a lot, I know the game you'll play will be all the better for it." Dara added, "This last bit of time is about polishing the experience we want you to see, ensuring that our open spaces are as engaging as possible, strengthening the emotional impact of the hero's choices, and ensuring the experience you get is the best it can be in the platform you choose to play on." Inquisition is in development on PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, Windows PC, 360 and Xbox One. And the second game to be delayed is no surprise, it's another EA title. Battlefield Hardline has been delayed until early 2015, saying that the development team wants to spend more time developing the game to ultimately deliver a better product. Back at E3, we launched a beta for Hardline. We wanted to not only show you the game, but to let you play it for yourselves. Cole Magnus Troedsen, DICE's Vice President and Group GM, wrote on the Battlefield blog. "Millions of you jumped in and had a great time. As a result, the Visceral Games team learnt a lot from players about what they wanted in the game. We've been poring over the data and feedback and have already been putting a lot of it right into the game and sharing it directly with you. This feedback also spurred us to start thinking about other possibilities and ways we could push Hardline innovation further and make the game even better. The more we thought about these ideas, the more we knew we had to get them into the game you will be all playing. However, there was only one problem. We would need more time. Time that we didn't have if we decided to move forward with launching in just a couple of months." Troedsen said that the teams at Visceral Games and DICE want to focus more on multiplayer innovation and incorporate ideas direct from the community that will evolve the cops and criminals fantasy into a truly unique Battlefield multiplayer experience. Battlefield Hardline's single-player campaign is also getting some extra attention, Troedsen said, as the game's technical stability, an issue that plagued last year's Battlefield 4. "This has been a focus for our team since day one, and we're going to use the extra time to continue to optimize the game for a stable launch," Troedsen said. "We have learned a lot from Battlefield 4 and continuing to learn from our community test environment, and we'll learn more from another Hardline beta. More time allows us to surface issues that the team can attempt to fix prior to the launch." Battlefield Hardline was previously slated for October the 21st release date on PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, PC, 360 and Xbox One. Now it's time for the UK Top 5 Games of the Week.
I think I got it.
A spazio verticale, Balotelli, che gol, splendida rete.
So that's it for the top 5 this week. If you want to see if the game is in the top 20, just click on the link in the details below. Now it's time to look at the game releases for Friday the 1st of August, starting with LEGO Ninjago or Nindroids on the 3DS and PS Vita. Next we have Sacred 3 on the 360, PS3 and the PC. And finally for this week we have The Last of Us Remastered on the PS4. And now it's time for some news from CTG. First of all, the CTG podcast will be available from the 1st of August. I'm not going to tell you who the first guest is, but you'll have to find out then. Secondly, I want to congratulate Miss Watsit and Twisted on the announcement that they're having a baby. So congratulations. Finally, for game nights this week, unfortunately nothing's on the list as of this moment, so just tune into CTG forums to find out any game nights that will be available. So there you go, Crovers, that's it for this week. Tune in next week to get updated on the games news, the UK top 5, new releases and upcoming games nights for the week with me, GD, right here on The Update.